Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be taking a look at The Warning at their LA premiere for their new live album, live from Auditorio Nacional. There's a Q&A that they did that lasted about 8 minutes. It was captured by Front Row Live Entertainment, which is Rob Herrera. Now, Rob has his own segment where he does an interview with The Warning, but I'm going to leave that alone for today. There's also one from The Buzz. I'm going to feature both of those a little bit later in the week, but they will be coming eventually. I just thought that this would be a good thing to start with, and very much looking forward to checking it out. I know that a lot of fans made their way to the Grove yesterday when this took place, and they just wanted to support the band, and I'm sure some of them made it into this room and made it to the red carpet, maybe not to ask questions, but to at least watch what was going on. Now, Rudy is emceeing, so as far as I can tell, it's just Rudy and the three sisters up on stage answering questions for a little bit. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, just know I'm always doing non-music content here that regards bands that are touring today. If that interests you, please subscribe so you won't miss anything. All right, let's go ahead and check this out.
All right, let's give it up for The Warning. Thank you very much, guys.
There's Rudy.
Alejandra, Paulina, Daniela, que was down here. Team, Ivan. Give it up for Ivan, our director, as well, who's in the house.
Isn't that your cue?
Brian, I mean, there's so many people.
Oh, I see. Here they come. You can see them
part of this film.
coming down the stairs.
So many people, so many more people that are not here that were part of this film, which is amazing. And we just want to keep it short and sweet, have him up here in front for you guys to give him a huge round of applause. This amazing effort.
Allie sure is tall. Boy.
And guys, I think the only important question, or I know you guys would love to ask so many questions, but I get to do it tonight, is like, did you ever imagine that you would be on the big screen? How does it feel to be on the big screen? I mean, you're in a movie theater tonight, but you will be in movie theaters nationwide in the U.S., Mexico, Central and South America.
That's right.
Which is huge.
Yeah, big moment.
And I know you guys started so young as musicians, but did you ever envision this, and how does it feel? Because I know maybe the answer is not, but how does it feel watching yourself on the big screen and knowing that you're going to be across the world on the big screen?
It's a dream come true, for sure. Thank you, Rudy, by the way, for asking questions. And it feels so surreal that everyone would be able to see us like that closely. You can see every pore in our faces.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That is such a high-quality camera. Oh my God.
About the big screen.
And just living through the concert right now, I was so full of adrenaline. I lived through every thought I had during that that show, which is crazy. So I feel like the whole team did such a great job at translating what it is like to be there. And everyone who was at that audience that day, I think will definitely have that feeling of like, oh my God, I was there. And everyone who couldn't be there, this is exactly what that felt like. So congratulations to everyone who was part of this project, because we did!
How was it, Paulina? How did you see yourself? All the close-ups, all the energy, all your faces.
I have great posture. I have. It's great.
It's great because
it's true.
Usually you guys never get to see your concert.
Each other, no.
I mean, and that's something that's so weird because you'll never get to see your concert. We see it, I mean, I think your parents and we've seen over, I think close to 500 concerts overall.
Yeah.
We were doing the tally, but you never get to see it. You get to see recordings and stuff, but this is the closest thing to seeing yourself.
It just really makes me appreciate my sisters because I know what I'm doing, and I mean, I usually stare at them because I'm behind them, but to see what they actually do and how they interact with the crowd and just like Every single moment of that show and all that work that is behind every single movement that goes on, I just like get to really appreciate it. And more than anything, it's so like amazing to see. Like my sisters are such badasses. Like it's just so impressive, and I never get to see it. So it's very lovely to see.
It was so cool.
I've seen that particular point come up again and again with various bands that say, you know, I'd really love to actually watch the band perform one day, but I can't. I'm in the band. And there have been isolated moments where, say, a band member was injured or somehow could not perform but was able to watch the show and found that really fascinating, you know, seeing their bandmates up there actually performing. I mean, the next best thing is to get a really nice movie made like this one, I'm sure. But still, it's not quite the same experience. And that's something everybody's got to deal with that's a performer. You never get to actually watch the show if you're in it.
And Alejandra, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit because, and just to close this, but Ale usually is like Rudy, is there CCTV at these concerts or festivals? Because nowadays we get these huge CCTV cameras and I'm like, guys, yeah, they're in your pores, they're in your face, so they're always turn it on, but you have to know that you have to be camera ready, every face. Sometimes you can plan it, but sometimes it's just emotion and energy. Watching yourself on such a big screen, like, is there something that inspires you or like, oh, I'm gonna do that different? Or does it change? Or is it just like, go with the flow?
I know this is a question for Allie, and of course I'm going to listen to her answer. But just to note, some of those screens, you're looking at your face times 100 size, you know, actual size. Like it'll be 50 feet tall. And so, yeah, every last little detail of your face is going to be up there, and you just have to be cool with that.
I guess for me, it's always go with the flow because it depends on the show and what you're feeling. What I could see is that because of my hair, you can barely see my face sometimes. And honestly, I love that. I love that sometimes you can't see my face. But yeah, it was lovely seeing all three of us on the screen. It's weird because we don't get to watch your shows. We don't get to experience that. And sometimes I'm like, it gives me FOMO. It's like I can't experience our show. So this is the closest we'll ever get to experience our own show. So it's very cool to see all of us on stage, and once again, I can't see what my sisters are doing all of the time, and it's just very nice to see what they do and their facial expressions and everything up close. It's very incredible. Yeah. I just want to say I love your head tilts at the same time.
That's amazing.
They're so cool. I never see them, but they're so.
And you know what? It's
so
like
cool.
you guys get to see a lot of fan videos and stuff that people post, and we're so grateful for fans that post.
Some of those head tilts, and if you didn't know about them, you can find them in later versions of Survive or Psychotic, both of those. If you know of others, leave them below. But those are the two that come to mind for me immediately.
All that. But being shot in such a professional way, and we have our director, one of our directors, our main director, Ivan Chavez here. It was a very complex production of 3 days, and you know, over 40 cameras between the 3 days, and hundreds of people. And thank you, Ivan, and everybody for the editing was great, the color correction. I think we can all say it was a great film. So. But besides that, you guys looking at this and being shot so well, you guys look so tiny in such a huge production. And sometimes, like,
We are tiny.
Yeah, but we watch it, like, I watch it as well, just like, wow, how many feet is that? I was with Nick, my friend, I was like, is it 12 feet? It's like, no, it's like 36 feet or whatever. Like, how big was that stage? Like, watching it in such a grand scale. So anyway, it's also beautiful for us that were involved to even see it. And it's so beautiful to see it with you guys who are our friends, fans, and family invited to this special privileged premiere. And we're so excited for everybody's reaction of what's to come nationwide, not only in the US, but also Mexico, Central and South America. So thank you for being here, everybody. Thank you so much. Big round of applause for not only the warning, but everybody, our producers, our label, our marketing people, our team. management, and everybody. And a round of applause to all of you guys as well. Thank you for being here tonight. Holy Wars and Johnny also. And Johnny in the house and Holy Wars that opened for us all those nights as well. Thank you so much, guys.
Very nice. Oh, Danny does not wear high heels often, it looks like. I don't know. Maybe she does. I don't know. But she looked a little unsteady at the end. Of course, she was just sitting on a tall chair. So maybe I shouldn't be judging. Anyway, yeah, it has struck me on many occasions when they're on a big stage and they're up there. The three of them are not very big. Yeah, Allie's getting bigger. She's a very tall person now. Sometimes I'm a little surprised. But the fact is they're all still rather compact in general, especially their gear. I mean, even Pow's drum kit isn't that big. Both Danny and Allie just have the one amp and one cabinet usually, so that's not a lot of stuff, you know? So you get them on these big stages, it's kind of hilarious. And it was the same thing at Auditorio Nacional, because that's a huge stage. They can put on entire theater productions very comfortably on that stage. You know, you get 40 people up there, probably very comfortably. So maybe entire orchestras, you know, etc. It's just interesting to see that, you know. They can fill that area, you know, if not with their gear, then with their personalities and their music and their energy. I cannot wait to see this movie whenever I do. I'm not sure if I'm seeing it in town or not, because the actual day that it happens, I have to travel out of town for a gig and then come back. And so I'm hoping maybe I can catch it on Sunday. That's my hope. Anyway, we'll have to see. It's a little tricky to get out, but I would like to see the movie. If I do miss it in the theaters, I will certainly buy whatever shows up for home video. And certainly I hope something's coming out for home video. I hope it doesn't remain a streaming product, but we shall see. I'm also looking forward to getting the live album itself. Cannot wait to actually check that out. Lately, I've been keeping a copy of the Pink Pop audio on my USB stick for my car. I don't tend to stream anything. I just don't like it. I don't like the possibility of interruptions and ads and all this other stuff. So I just say, forget it. I'm going to put it on a USB stick. And I've got all 4 Warning albums and the Pink Pop Festival all on MP3s that I can carry with me anywhere. And of course, I'm going to be adding that live album as soon as possible and playing it everywhere. Unfortunately, I think it's going to show up a little late for my road trip, but nonetheless, I can't wait to blast it out of these speakers behind me as soon as I'm back. So to those of you going to see the movie, I hope you have a great time. I'm sure you will. And of course, remember to write your stories down later somewhere in my comment section. Perfectly fine. Would love to hear your accounts of going to the movie or going to the premiere or any of that stuff. You know, even the first time getting the live album. If there's a funny story related to that. So, folks, why don't you let me know what you thought of this? Like I said, I will come around to some of the other interviews that happened yesterday. I'd like to give them a moment, you know. And then, you know, maybe more stuff will also come out at the same time. So give your thoughts. And if you have other suggestions for me, you can leave those below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right. Thanks so much for joining me on this, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.